Let's go.
Don't get it twisted. This rap shit is mine, motherfucker.
Welcome back to the Untitled Car Show, everybody. This week, talking about Ford Nationals 2025 and also the 25th anniversary of the Mark I Focus in the United States. So, I went. Event t-shirt just fell behind me, actually. Had it on the back of the chair. So, yeah. Beautiful. Also, the 20th anniversary of the 2005 Ford GT, Mercury Motorsport anniversary of the GT350 also. My main, obviously with having a Focus, my main interest there was the Focus, part of Focus Rising. We had a whole different setup this year was there. We were in a different section than what they normally put the Focuses. Let's get this. Which one am I looking for? All right. So this is why this was a very good looking Focus. I mean, the thing was like completely just done. Obviously, you can see the racing seats, roll cage. It's got wings on it. It had all kinds of motor work, rims and stuff. We're there. Let's see if this got some banners. That is the FR200 Focus. I don't think they never really put it into production. Just a Ford, well, SVT at the time, or Ford Performance. They basically is Ford. I forget what it was. It could have been Ford Motorsport. They've kind of gone through different things over the years. Yeah, that thing was a wild Focus. Obviously, we have the different performance parts. The rally car there. That's kind of the. I don't want to say it was. It was kind of still kind of the first gen Focus, but it was kind of a updated one. This is the original Mark I Focus RS. It's a picture of it. We have another modified. This is kind of a Gen 1.5 Focus. It has like the squared tail lights. I didn't really take a close look at that. Got some memorabilia stuff here. Some of those die casts I do or did have the Focus Cup there. I still have that from my first one. There is a yellow Focus here. I have a friend that has one just like that, but his is modified a little bit. I know he has this orange one, diecast. Let's move it on over. You got your brochures and whatnot. Looks like there's a sticker there. That would have been pretty cool to have. Got more Matchbox, some micro machines. I have this diecast and this diecast. See, they got a bunch of stuff there. Wait a minute. There is one thing that I did not know existed. This is Hot Wheels pack here. It's all Focuses. I did try looking it up. and couldn't find it. Also have this matchbox here. We have another one. Squared tail light or headlights. This was the Mark 1.5. We have a facelift. We got some more Focus advertisement stuff. This is the Kona edition. So this came with a mountain bike when you purchase the car. So they had a bunch of, say, very good condition. Didn't really see too many of these when they were brand new. We have some rally used wheels, obviously a hood from the Martini liveried Colin McRae car. We got M Sport, who runs their stuff. We got. I talked to this guy for like 45 minutes, roughly 45 minutes, about cars, about Focuses and stuff. He's got very nice blue SVT. We got a nice red one. I could be wrong, but the red was I don't know if it was an original color or if it was the European edition. They did have a European edition which came with different wheels and couple different colors they had. This was super nice. A lot of work here. Saline Focuses. Saline did build. They had a package for the Focus. This should be in landscape mode, but it doesn't do that, unfortunately. So that's the RTR Mustang. It is an EcoBoost. People do bust on the EcoBoost, but this thing, I did talk about it. Asked somebody about it, and they're supposedly gonna have. The guy wasn't sure, but he was hearing 375 horsepower from this thing. It's got anti-lag turbo. Obviously, your dark horse, which has 500 horsepower. But yeah, that RTR EcoBoost is gonna be pretty cool. Thanks to a couple dark horses. And then coming up in a second is they brought out the big ones. They have two of these Mustang GTD, or the first North American car to go under 7 minutes at the Nürburgring. 6 minutes 52 seconds. I don't know why I decided now to go this way. Maybe I screwed up the recording, but you get the idea. Sure. It was really good to see that thing in person. You see big vents there. Do get in here. It'll zoom in. You can see the suspension here, which is pretty cool. Sure, if you were inside the car, it looks better. Ben Hobson's RTR Drift Mustang. Then we got a couple, I believe, stage twos, possibly. I forget what they were exactly, if they were stage twos or threes. RTR Mustangs. This was kind of like a semi gloss blue, which was very nice color. All right, Saline Focuses. A little bit of a closer look at these things. Now, these did come from Saline with nitrous oxide. This car, oddly, was from the Shaggy Dog, which I don't think I've ever seen that movie, to be honest. I do talk about it in the video, but I think you barely hear me. Um, yeah, it did rain a little bit. It was raining off and on at the show. Still a nice day out, though. These things were very nice. Pretty cool. They looked good. They were fast. Obviously, with the nitrous on them. Got a new Bronco here with some classic stuff. Classic style wheels. Throwback. Oh yeah. Mach X. This was yeah, this has a Coyote engine in it. See a little bit lower of a roof line. This thing was really nice. Another Coyote swapped classic Mustang. This thing looked really cool too. Another one looking good. Bunch of people doing this stuff. Throwing the new Coyotes in there. Tasca Ford Thunderbolts. Tasca family still drag racing in NHRA. Always love this color. That's for sure. This is the Mercor. Very much pretty basically a Sierra Cosworth. Obviously, the Mercury Capri anniversary, Mercury Motorsport, a bunch of them. I've never seen one out on the road with this, livery on them. But got a few pictures of a couple different examples. Obviously, silver. This one's white. Beautiful Thunderbird. Just absolutely beautiful color. Another one. Great color. Again, Ford GT. Anniversary of the 05 Ford GT. It's a race car, I believe. It does say 24-hour Le Mans on it. This one did race. They had a couple of them that raced in Le Mans. Didn't really, they weren't super successful. But hey, it is what it is. Another one, I'm not sure the series that it raced in, but pretty cool livery on that. Mellow yellow. This one had a shit ton of horsepower. I think the thing said 1,000. God, it's good looking. You got the Golf livery. You can't ever. I don't know if you can beat that livery. It's so good looking. I've never seen a Ford GT in that color. It's a pretty cool color. Person. Obviously, you got these Heritage Editions. Super nice. I believe I have seen that one before. GT350. We got another Heritage Editions going here. Beautiful. This was the test mule that they had. I believe, I forget what the signage said, but only a couple surviving test mules are there. I didn't get it. No, I didn't take a picture. It's not in the picture. Crap. Again, anniversary of the GT350. There, Thunderbird. It's a land speed car. Pretty sweet. Classic color of the GT350 here. We got the dark green. Got a race car. A little bit of a walkthrough of the Ford GT tent display. This thing was pretty sweet. Big wing on it and everything. Good looking car. Got the good old supercharger. Currently, while I'm walking through here, there is a guy, uh, one of the Ford GT guys, talking, about building the cars and what they were doing for the tests and everything. I didn't really get to hear much of the story. Didn't really get as much stuff as I was hoping to get this year. Um, you know, photograph and content wise. Got an older Ford GT40. One of my personal favorite cars coming up here. That was super nice. Clean as hell. The Mark IV GT40. Really love it. I actually saw that. The white one and this one I saw at, we stopped at A Sheets on the way, and those two were filling up, actually. We got new Salines. Very nice looking. All right, 64 Shelby Daytona Coupe, one of my favorite cars of all time. As you can hear me say, one of my favorite cars. Absolutely love these things. Awesome. These things are just awesome. This thing is fucking awesome. Be so cool to drive that thing. Side exit exhaust. Uh oh. Don't know why we're loading here. Okay. Got a little bit of a display. GT350R, brand new. Yeah, this is the brand new GT350R. Pretty serious machine. It's a beautiful car. Another one, side exit exhaust. So obviously that's the more track one. And then the regular GT350 is next to it.
All right, we're going to invite everyone to come up to the stage area. Grab a seat in the grandstands coming up at 11 o'clock.
GT350.
Ford's going to be doing a walk around on a new product.
All right, 64 Shelby. All right. Is a walkthrough of the Focus area, the display. I don't think we need to see that. A couple pictures of the setup here. That green wagon wasn't there when I got there. but it was on the way back, which was, that thing was pretty nice too. We got a couple older focuses, mine, two other guys. Talked to some people. I actually talked to some people this year with the focus. A lot of nice ones. Didn't get too many pictures of other cars and whatnot that were outside of the displays. This is the GT500, and we have another. This is a pretty wild car. We see that exhaust there. I think twin turbos. It's a picture of the GTD. Bronco Badlands. This is the FP700, I believe. That thing was super nice. And we have the FP800 package. Mustang with the supercharger there. We have the code red. So, unfortunately, with the code red, they revved it up a couple times. However, didn't get to get the revs in there. I wasn't recording at the time. I did stop recording and for a couple seconds, and when that couple seconds, they revved it up a couple times. Back there. Quick walk around. This thing is a monster. Sounded fantastic. I got a bunch of videos of it for like a lot of them are a couple minutes. Sounds fantastic. You can hear that. They were messing with it a little bit. That thing's ridiculous. I do have my speaker on a little bit. There is another one over there that's 1,000 horsepower that they had there. That one they did rev up a couple times, and it was very loud. More code red. Like I said, took a few videos of it. So this, on my way back, getting ready to leave, this showed up. This was there when I got back to my car. Noticed a bunch of people standing around, and a little bit of a commotion. So I walked over and saw what it was. It's a 2010 Focus RS. As you can see, it is right-hand drive because it is from Europe. They did not have these over here. Obviously, until 2016, we did not have a Focus RS in the United States. So this is directly from Europe, and it was brand new when the person, I guess, from what I caught of the story, a couple people were talking. I overheard people talking to the guy and who currently owns it. Apparently, original owner imported it when it was brand new. Obviously, there's some stuff you have to have changed over for emissions and things like that. So it probably costed a pretty good amount of money to have this car over here. He had it everywhere, took it to all kinds of shows and everything else over here. And I guess it went up for sale, and the current owner reached out to the guy who was selling it, who apparently his the guy's dad was like involved with saline or something like that, and reached out to the guy, told him, he had pictures of the car, he's seen it a bunch of times, and he was the guy to buy it, and that's who it got sold to. Obviously, this was a very classic color for this generation of RS. Great color. Could not believe, never ever thought that I would see one of these in real life, and thankfully, thankfully I did. He also has a Spa Francorchamps sticker on the back there. Another. Thought I had a video of it. Guess not. Yeah, so it was a good show. Good time. Like I said, I did actually talk to people this year. Um, yeah, it was a good time. It's always a good time if you ever have a chance to go out to the Ford Nationals. If you're a Ford fan, biggest one of it's the biggest Ford show on the you know in the world. So it's huge. Thousands of cars. This year kind of I'm not sure how they did on Saturday. I only went Friday, but Saturday is usually the busier day. Um, they had a reveal Saturday that I obviously couldn't see because I wasn't there Saturday. But Saturday is usually the bigger day. They always have thousands of cars, so not sure how that worked with the rain. Could have might have been washed out a little bit. But yeah, that was the Ford Nationals this year. Didn't stay and didn't really get as much as I wanted to get in. Um, hopefully, hopefully it's a little bit better next year for me. Um, you know, pictures and content wise and stuff. So yeah, got free shit. Got my shirts. Got the Focus Rising 25 shirt, obviously. Um, but yeah, it was cool. It was cool talking to some people. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. So basically, Ford Nationals was the only thing. There are a couple topics that I do want to get into next week on the show. So, um, yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to be posting more stuff from the show on uh, my different social media pages and whatnot. So, yeah, appreciate anybody watch. This will be up on YouTube tomorrow. I'll post it on YouTube tomorrow. So you can pretty much watch it anytime. So have a good night, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.